shit, you got good ones.
I know.
Hi, it's Deanne Munoz, and welcome back to another Unleash Your Sexy podcast. And the crowd goes wild. Today's topic is, what are a woman's top 3 needs from her man? Ooh. Okay, men. Today's special guest and host is my best friend, world-renowned makeup artist to Hollywood's biggest stars,
Not yet.
Tanya Maria.
Hola. Hi. She's so cute. I love her.
I'm so excited to have Tanya.
Thank you for having me.
One of my favorite people ever in the world.
Ditto.
Dun, 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 dun.
Where am I looking? This camera, that camera, this camera?
So that's what we're trying to figure
What's
out.
mine? Oh, okay.
Yeah, so whenever you're talking, she's automatically gonna click on you.
Oh, cool.
And then when we're both talking or laughing, she'll go to the wide shot. And then when I start talking, she's gonna be on me.
Oh, that's yours?
That's
And
yours.
that's us.
Yes.
Cute.
Get it? So usually, we gotta figure out, because before it would actually, like, the camera light would go on. So you knew which one was going on. So we gotta figure that out. There should be like a setting, if you wanna look for the setting. There was? Okay. Okay. So we're going to take the traditional tequila shot before we start. Okay.
Do it.
So Tanya and I had taken a trip to Greece. How long were we out there? 9, 10 days? Do you remember exactly 9 days?
It was a long time.
It was a long time. But you know what's crazy? In Greece, the energy is so amazing.
Different.
We literally drank tequila for 9 days straight. Didn't have any hangovers.
Never, not once.
There was like no drama, nothing. It was just like Greece. You could just drink forever. I wonder if
Yeah.
they drink out there forever.
I know, I think those two. I don't know.
I think so
We think we
too.
should move there and try it
I know,
out.
let's go. And when's our trip this year?
Yeah.
Cheers. Here's to an amazing show, you guys. And men, here is to you learning the top 3 things that women need from you. So make sure you guys go grab your beer, go grab your,
Note pen.
just do something and listen to what we're about to put you on game on, because y'all need some game big time.
And women, tune in and ask some questions. They'll be telling us some of your questions.
Oh yeah,
live.
ladies. Yeah, we would really
Or
love
answers, yeah.
We would love to have more engagement from you, ladies. If you want to talk to us and tell us what you want your man to give you more of, or what you think they need to hear out here, please let us know. Men, you're also welcome to go ahead and tune in and ask your questions as well, because honestly, we really want to help you guys out so that we can help everyone in the world have an amazing, beautiful, successful, winning-ass motherfucking relationship.
Amen.
Bam. Cheers.
Boom.
So, Tanya Maria put us on game. Whew.
Wow.
Next time I'm going to have like a little
Glass
a little
tray.
glass tray with ice and some slices of oranges on it. Okay,
Yes.
so we need to make a note of that. Team member.
Totally, because in
Jasmine
Greece we
Chiquito.
learned, right, Jasmine? Jasmine was on that trip with us, and she made it
Yes.
the most fun. And she also learned, right, that orange slices are like, why would we ever want lime slices with our shots? So after orange, something sweet and cold, right? It only made perfect sense.
I'm all, oh.
Yamas.
But okay, Tanya Maria.
See.
The question is, what to you, because I have my own opinion, what to you as a woman are your top 3 things that you need from a man?
Okay.
Let's go with number 1. And put them in order of importance if you can. If not, we'll just go according to whatever comes to you naturally.
Okay. So for me, the top 3 things that I think I need from a man. By the way, I have a boyfriend.
Oh.
But this has nothing to do with my relationship. This has all to do with just generically asking.
Must be nice to be in love. So if you guys know, her Instagram name is Tanya Maria Glow.
Hi.
Is it on?
Yeah, it's on.
Oh, it's on the whole time?
I just put it, I have to put it on before you said it.
Oh, okay. And that's funny because she's glowing. Dun-dun-dun.
That's so funny. Okay, so the top 3 things that I think women should need or want, or what I need or wanted, or is that
Yeah, wait.
Current?
No, let's do what you need.
Okay.
Because I feel like every woman has different needs.
okay?
So if we could give guys a different idea, like every woman's different. So honestly, a man should ask a woman, what are the top 3 things that are most important to you? So that then from there, that they can understand their woman.
Such a loaded question because I feel like it can go different directions. But one of the things is romance. It can't just die. It can't just be a 3 month of 3 months of that probation period where you do everything right. You open her door and you get her flowers. I think that you should practice that, and it should be a lifestyle decision on how to treat your woman. That's number 1.
No, okay, so now we're going to elaborate. Let me go into my point of view. I'm glad you even brought that up, which is interesting because I don't even think it really was in my top 3. But you know what? That is very important because we've been discussing, I've discussed it quite often all over my social media, that chemistry is everything and that fairy tales exist.
They do.
And honestly, 90% of the people respond and they say, fairy tales don't exist. No one has a perfect love life. No one still lusts. Nobody still desires their partner or has sex every day. And I'm like, you in the wrong relationship.
And they're probably not putting in any effort to make that happen.
No, yeah, exactly. So I always explain this. And this is, I feel, at the beginning of a relationship, this is I feel, people's issues. A lot of people cannot be alone. So they're so codependent, they'll go from relationship to relationship to relationship because they have such a fear of being alone. And it's not based off of chemistry. It's not based off of desire. It's not based off of, oh my God, I cannot breathe and live without this person, like through my blood, just like vibrating. People are like, I just want a relationship. Oh, let me just grab that random person and hang out with them because I don't want to be alone. You know? And then like 6 months, a year later comes later, and they're like, I don't understand why, that shit don't exist because you didn't give it enough time.
Right.
You didn't
You're
give
settling.
You didn't give yourself enough time to
Right.
even find someone that was magnetic, that was charismatic, where
Right.
there was this fire burning. And I always say that because now people are like, it doesn't exist. I'm like, honestly, I've had 3 long-term relationships, and all of them were this like crazy animalistic lust till the day we broke up. And we're talking about like an 8-year relationship, 5-year, 12-year. So nobody can tell me ever it does not exist.
Yeah, it
What
does.
is nobody's ever waited long enough for it to come.
It's true.
So I love the fact that you just said for you, that's the number one thing, because I think you're in the top 5% of people that actually have experienced that.
Yeah, absolutely.
So speak more about that. Like speak more about that so we can explain to men and women on like literally like fairy tales exist. I hate when people are like, oh, well, everything's going to die out in a few years.
It only dies out if you let it die out, I think. And my experience with relationships is it takes 2 to create that chemistry, to create that bond, and to create the effort. And it's the capital E for effort.
E for effort. And so we needed like a little E going, E.
Yeah. Yeah, totally. And romance doesn't have to be buying gifts all the time. It's not realistic. It's walking next to your girl. It's holding her hand while you're walking next to her. It's respecting her when she has all these groceries in her hands, helping her carry them, open the door for her, like telling her how much you appreciate her. That's all romantic. Like the
Right.
speaking that love language helps that woman feel so special. Because men are not the type to open up usually. But if you consciously make the effort to do so, how much you appreciate her, how much you love her, how much you're thankful for her, then that's romance. That's another form of romance.
I love this. So I have a YouTube video out and it is how to seduce your woman. And in this video, I literally walk men through, like from the morning of how to walk out of the room and leave her in the bedroom. You know, like during the day, like how to send her a sexy text, you know, how to make her feel sexy, how to love her, like how to send her some flowers. And it could be even like a little handwritten note on his side of the bed that's just like, have a great day, babe. Like it's the little things that in this video. So if anybody's watching, men, women, ladies, you can feel free to forward this over to your man, or men, feel free to forward this over to your dad, your brother, your best friend, or anyone who has relationship problems.
Yeah.
I get really specific about the things that you can possibly do, which is all about romance and igniting that fire back into the relationship. Because the truth is when you treat her the way you treated her at the beginning, there will never be an end.
That's absolutely the truth. Yeah.
And crowd goes wild.
Crowd
Go.
goes wild.
We have a little plug-in, and the plug-in goes in right there. Okay, so that's number one for you. I
Yes.
love that in every way. I'm trying to think if I should talk about my number one. Okay, so let's say my number one. Huh? Next question? Okay. What do you feel you need those? Why? Oh, okay.
Well-
Okay, so number two, for you, the second most important thing for you in a relationship with a man that makes you feel like loved. The most important
Flowers.
thing.
Flowers are such an effort. We could sit here and say that a girl wants jewelry or designer purses or shoes, gifts, but I feel like that's something that's so easy and accessible to get. Flowers are personal. Flowers take effort. Getting it delivered the right way, writing a note in that card is actual effort.
Okay. I think we can put that in number one, romance. Okay. So let's add that to romance, okay? Which I'm trying to keep this short because we're gonna have 45 minutes. But I have a YouTube video that I talk about all this.
Oh, okay.
Flowers, sending her like a little massage therapist, go hiring a babysitter. Like I go into the whole thing of a seduction, of how to seduce your woman back. Because into relationship that has lost it all. So let's go back, that is into romance, okay? So romance is number one. So after romance, right? Okay. A question, go ahead.
How can I stop being shy about asking an older woman out?
Okay, so fucking ask her out. That's as simple as it.
Write her a note. If you're shy about asking her in person, write her a note.
Question.
Okay. Okay.
How do women usually take to a man who likes to be dominated in the bedroom?
Wow. What's your name? What's your phone number? And what's your social media? Because we're having a date this week.
Oh man.
Okay. I think. You want to address that, or should I answer it? I'll answer it.
You can answer it.
Okay. Say it again?
How do women usually take to a man who likes to be dominated in the bedroom?
Okay. Oh, in the bedroom. Oh, shit. Definitely give him my phone number. Okay.
She's wild.
Okay, so the question is, somebody on YouTube just asked, is how, as a dominant man, can a woman...
No, how does a woman...
Oh, how does women take? Okay, so we've had this conversation, and if you watch my YouTube videos, everyone go watch my YouTube videos. We address this, we have alpha males, and then we have beta males. Okay, now, I'm an alpha female. So in order for me to be with a man, I need someone to alpha me. And unfortunately, there's not a lot of men that can. So when it comes to women, if you're dealing with a very alpha female, there's this mistaken mask that women who have been really, really hurt in their life, they try to act like they're tough because they're afraid of being hurt. So you're going to be dealing with like a fake alpha female who's pretending because she has so many walls up, she don't want to be hurt. And then you're going to deal with the real alpha female who's going to know when she should be submissive, when she should be beta, because she wants you to dominate. A woman who has trauma in her history or in her life is never going to want to be submissive or is never going to want to be passive because she's afraid of letting go. So you're going to have to kind of distinguish your girl or your woman or who you're dating and find out what their past is, what they've been through. And from there, you're going to learn, okay, my girl's boss, but she's very harsh. She's very rough around the edges, which means there's a lot of trauma in her life. And you're going to have to approach her in a different way where you have to gain her trust first. Because honestly, at the end of the day, I don't care how tough of a woman you are, how much trauma you've been through, you love someone so hard, so dedicated, so loyal, she will become authentically her because she feels safe. When a woman is safe, oh, there we go. When a woman is safe, she will allow you to dominate her. Again, let's repeat that. For all those who didn't hear, ready? When a woman feels safe, she will allow you to dominate her. Mm-hmm. If she is not safe, shit, you better run because you're about to get an AK-47 in your freaking car windows.
For real.
That was a good answer, right? Next, is there any more questions?
So far now.
Okay, so go back. So number 2 for you. The second thing that is most important to you.
Loyalty.
Oh, shit. What would even be a sound effect for that?
Ooh, like that? I don't know.
Oh, like this. Dun, 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 dun. It's kind of scary for men, like, what? I gotta be loyal?
Yeah, I mean, we all understand that men are men,
Right.
and they're animalistic more than women. They see sex as just sex, and they see love as actual love. So there's a difference, right? Like, but loyalty comes with honesty. And if you're honest with your woman and say, hey, I fucked up, but it was just sex. It wasn't like I was texting her and having an emotional bond. Sometimes it's looked over, but if you don't say anything and you get caught, then everything gets broken. The trust becomes broken all over again.
Okay, so what is loyalty to you then?
Being honest about every single thing.
Okay, so what does that look like to you in a relationship right now?
Transparency. It looks like communicating exactly what's going on through your mind, what you're experiencing, what you're lacking, what you're needing, what you're wanting.
Ooh.
That's loyalty,
I
because
never
when you're
thought about
loyal,
that.
you break that word down and it just becomes honesty and transparency, and that's it. It's just being clear who I am, what I'm feeling, because day to day you change.
Right.
You feel neglected, or you might feel lonely, or you might feel intrigued, or you might feel, right? Like tempted, or whatever it is. It's just being clear and honest.
I like that. You made a really good point there.
Yeah, it has nothing to do with being faithful. I think it has to do with just being you. And being
Right.
really clear.
Okay, so I'm going to ask you, I think, a little from a man's point of view, a few
Right.
questions, okay, in regards to that. Is now, let's just say a man, because most of my viewers are men, a man who is dealing with a woman who's very insecure and is like super drama and super psycho, and he doesn't feel safe enough to be him or safe enough to express maybe those urges for somebody else. Like, what advice would you personally just give? First of all, let's say to the woman and then to the man. Okay, so for the woman,
To the insecure woman?
to the insecure woman who maybe her man's trying to be loyal and maybe he's trying to share his like, hey babe, like, you know, I'm kind of missing this person, or hey, like, I'm not in the mood tonight because maybe he's going through something with somebody from his past, or maybe he has lust for like a coworker. I don't know. I'm just trying to think of different scenarios. Like, how can he feel safe to share it with somebody who's psycho?
He can't.
Okay, good. Oh, but bum. So
He cannot.
So from a woman, so from a woman's point of view, then, how can she ask someone to be loyal or faithful when she can't even give him a safe place to be him?
She's asking for the impossible. Because women ask for things sometimes that they're not ready to receive the true answers for.
Oh shit! I got chills. oh.
Yeah, I had to learn the hard way, and that's why now in my relationship and just me as a person,
Yeah.
when I ask for something, I mean I want the truth and I can handle what I'm asking for.
Right.
So if she's that insecure girl that's asking her man to be loyal, remember, loyal means, in my opinion, transparency and clarity. How are you asking of this when you're a psycho and you're insecure and you can't handle his truth?
Oh shit! Is there another bum bum bum? I'm all thinking. I'm like, wow. Okay.
Right? Right. Just saying.
So how can we support a woman to offer a safe space to a man to be him?
She needs to get herself right first. She has to build that confidence, that barrier of trust within herself in order to ask such a thing from him.
Okay, I like this. I love that. I completely agree with this. Now, there's another big thing I'm a big supporter of is I feel like there's that moment, right? That's we're supporting in this conversation. But I kind of want to just touch real quick on also women being walked all over and their boundaries being taken advantage of. Because I also feel like it's either a woman's like, no, like I remember very abrupt, very hard, very like, no, like I'm not gonna be hurt again. And then there's like the girl that's just like, okay, walk all over me, do whatever you want whenever you
doormat?
say. Yes. Or like, hey, I miss a dog. I'm gonna sit in the backyard. She throw me one dog bone. And then
Girl,
in a few
bye.
weeks, I'm gonna get another dog bone. And to the next girl, that's like another dog bone. Like that's enough for me, and that's it.
Girl, bye.
Right. Okay, so I mean that's our conversations because obviously we're strong, we're powerful,
Right.
we're alpha, and we're fucking mom. So let's just say to people who haven't come from that kind of self-confidence, and maybe there is a man that's walked all over them and just treated them in a certain type of way that how does she distinguish between repeated behavior and change? There we go. That's a good one. Repeated behavior and change, where it allows her to feel safe, to be submissive.
That has to come from her. It has nothing to do with the man that she's dating or wanting to date or trying to attract. It has to come from a place of confidence, security within herself, and self-worth, period. If you don't have any of those three, you're not going to attract and know how to deal with what you just said. Giving a guy a safety net to come to you with his truth. Yeah. Women really do run the show. It's
Nope.
what we allow.
Oh, of course. Exactly. Definitely. I love this. This conversation went completely not where I thought it was. But I always know, like, if you know me, and I always speak about the universe and messages, and I just honestly know, like, this conversation went completely in a direction I didn't expect it to go.
Same.
And it's honestly things that I haven't yet done videos on. So I'm going to take notes on this, and I'm going to do some YouTube videos to go a little deeper into these conversations. Because this is a very deep conversation that women need to have with themselves and men need to have with themselves.
I think women have to understand that we run the show. We run what we allow. We accept what we create. So if you have a guy on the first date or second date and you're just coming over to hang out with him at his house, and by the third date, after you've already done the dirty with him, you want him to take you out on a dinner date and be respectable, he's not going to, because you already showed your ass. You didn't teach the dog how to treat you.
Sit, boy, sit.
That's it.
When I say roll over, roll over. When I say play dead, play dead.
But-
when I say to jump, jump.
That comes with fear, like the lack of
Exactly.
fear that you have to have, not being scared of what the possibility might happen. He might say, I'm not taking you on a date. I'm not doing this. And you can be like, okay, cool. And walk away and be okay with it and not feel like I lost a chance at being with this guy that could have been the one. No, move on. There's 1,000 million billion people on this earth. I don't care what your age is. I don't care. Keep on going.
I love this.
Which
I love
brings
that.
me to number 3.
Wait, I'm gonna like ps.com's hashtag number 2.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go into this real quick because I feel I'm always talking about alpha, beta, yin yang, passive, and then dominant. And women, I have a huge thing, and men, it just. You can't repeat the same patterns over and over again and expect a woman to trust you. It's just not going to happen. There has to be a changed behavior for a woman to also feel safe. So we just spoke on the women advice. So here's my advice to the men. If you want your woman to feel safe, you are in charge of your actions, your behavior, your dictations, everything you create from the moment that you decide, I want a different future with somebody. Mm-hmm. Or I want to create a different relationship, this relationship. Or or maybe I fucked up. But during the fuck up, I realized this is the love of my life. She's everything I ever wanted. So I'm going to do everything in my power to gain back that trust. It's really easy with a woman when you are constant in a behavior that is healthy, emotional, and supportive spiritually and emotionally to a woman. A man's like, a guy was like, that was way too much for my brain. When you are emotionally supportive, loving, and caring to a woman, she will start to feel safe, which will create a place for her to feel safe for you to express who you are. So, to me, women, have a fucking boundary. I'm going to only accept 1, 2, or 3. And men know, like, within this whole loyalty thing, if you fucked up, you better be kissing ass for a long motherfucking time. Mm-hmm. Because I also kind of feel sometimes, and this is just my personal experience, sometimes we lose people. And it's not till we lose someone that maybe we realize how much they meant to us.
It's true.
And I'm guilty of that personally, so I'm going to vouch for the man side and the woman side is, I always tell Jazzy, my daughter, I feel everyone gets one chance.
It's
one chance, because I've been there where I was like, shit, like I pushed someone too far away, or I did this and I did that. And for me, like, I'm the opposite. Like, I have so many walls up, and I'm always pushing away, and I'm always like fighting, like, don't get too close. And that's people like super codependent. I'm like the complete opposite. Like, no, I push. So sometimes I push people too far away, and I'm like, oh,
Come back.
sorry, I was just kidding. I'm all like running back. Hello, hi, miss you. And they're like, fuck you, I don't want to talk to you again. You hurt me. And I'm like, oh.
Yeah, men have
okay.
feelings.
Oh God, I did video. Shot to that.
Men have
Oh, you know what?
feelings.
Shit. Hold on. Shot to that. Shot to that.
Men have
Here
feelings.
we go.
Let
Shot
me tell
to
you, I
that.
have 2 brothers. I have a dad, and I feel like
You have the most amazing dad. Oh,
I really do. He's my hero, and I
I
feel
almost
like
want to cry.
picking up my dad and all he's done. I know. I love
Her
my
dad
father.
is the most amazing dad in the world. Like,
No
all of
daddy
us-
issues.
No, not at all. Far from it.
Far from.
Maybe that's why we're friends, because I have daddy issues.
And I'm not. So then we balance each other out. There you go.
Cheers. Here's to loyalty. Here's to letting down our guards, and here's to loving again.
It's true. So number 3,
Go.
by the way, top 3 things that make me think that I need. What's the question again?
The top 3 needs that you need for your man. Like, these things, if you don't have them, you would leave him. Like that. That's like it's that urgency. It's the urgency. I have to have these 3 things.
3.
Wait, can I just put a little commercial in? I love you.
I love you
and
too.
I miss you.
I love you too. I miss you more.
Go back.
Oh my God. Okay. on my favorites list. You're on my favorites list on my phone.
I hope so.
Yeah.
Because you're the only, you and one other friend of my only people that I ever FaceTime.
I feel so special.
And
Thank
you know I
you.
don't FaceTime nobody.
You don't talk to anyone on the phone either.
Or talk to anybody on the phone. You're right.
You're like, my assistant will call you back in the next. Okay, top 3. Number 3. I have to be PG. Let me think. This is hard.
You don't have to be because YouTube has me restricted for 18 and over.
Oh, okay.
So you could discuss sex, yeah. If, I don't know, if or anything, yeah. They already have me like muted, so not muted, but.
Okay, let me think. If sex wasn't a part of the top 3,
Wait,
right?
wait,
Like, let's
but
just say,
if that is for you, because honestly, for me, that's one of my top 3.
yeah, like I just feel like
So you tell me what
sex
your
is
top
an
3
okay.
are.
So sex is an understanding between 2 people.
Right.
Sex is to me is not
Are we
just
in a white shot or shirt or her? Okay.
okay. So I'll just talk to you anyways. So sex to me is important because I feel like it's a chemistry connection. It's listening to your partner and what they need and what they want and bonding. It's not a selfish act. I don't know what to talk to. Okay. Okay, so yeah, so it's not a selfish act. I feel like if it's just sex with someone that you're just getting to know, then that's what it is. There's no attachment to that. I feel like if it's love and if it's love making, then it's important to understand each other, to know what we want out of what's going on, and to make sure that we're both good on both ends. I think it's important. I think it's love. Not- I don't know. Love exists during sex, you know?
Okay. Sorry, guys. Go on me real quick. Okay, guys, I took a quick pee-pee break, but she was speaking, so I want to hear what you just said again. Go ahead.
Okay. So I said that
White
sex
shot.
I said that sex is an act between 2 souls that love each other, and it's understanding about what we both need out of this act. It's not about one person's needs and me meeting that, and the other person's just like, okay, well, that's it, we're good. No, it's an understanding between 2
Yes.
souls and what we expect out of each other, and the signs of communication through an act of love that bring us the closest we can ever be. It's
And-
trust. It's everything.
And how do you feel when you are in that moment of active communication with somebody that you are? We'll go back to number 1, which you said chemistry.
Yeah, and romance. I said romance.
Romance, right? Romance, chemistry, animalistic, like somebody just loving you. And then second was loyalty.
Yeah.
So now it's about bringing it all back into making love, which
Right.
is what I'm taking from that, right? So give me 5 words that would express exactly how you feel when you're making love to someone you're in love with. Because I feel, remember we talked about 90% of people say it doesn't exist.
Oh, right.
90% of people settle. They just hang out. So give me 5 words. Honestly, this is perfectly aligned because most people are like, oh, I never really felt that. And it makes me really sad.
It
So
does.
give me 5 words right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How you would describe that feeling when your eyes are closed and you are honestly making love
I want to cry.
to the person you're with. Okay. Oh. Okay.
Tears?
Let's go there. Question number 1. Have you cried before making love?
No, but I've wanted to. But no.
Wait, you've never cried?
Crying is hard for me to do in person with anyone. I can cry on the
Okay.
phone with you, but crying in person, face it, that's difficult for me. I'm struggling with that still.
Okay.
I would love to be as vulnerable as the next person, but I'm not. I'm
Okay.
trying.
Okay, I love
want
that.
to.
I love that. Okay, so this.
I laugh instead.
Okay.
I want to cry. I'm like,
So, wait. So do I have permission to go with you a little deeper?
sure.
She's like, not too deep.
Is there a face? Is there a pee break?
Okay, so my experience, remember we were talking about earlier about the alpha females that are a little too alpha? Mm-hmm. And I feel like obviously I've gone through a lot of traumatic experiences as a child with men.
Same.
And I've grown up and learned different ways to be.
Same.
And
Same.
I can honestly say, like, I've literally made love. Like, made love that literally, like, the time we were both climaxing, like, I cried like a baby because it was my first time or a rare moment that I've actually let all my walls down and let someone in. Not just physically, but spiritually and emotionally.
Of course.
So I get when you just said you wanted to cry, but you were like, whoa.
Nope.
Whoa. Just came down. But I just know you. You're the most passionate, loving person that I know. But I feel like there was a moment of a wall that you still have to.
I'm working on it.
Because honestly, like, I feel like there should be a place where you're so safe with someone that you can look them in the eyes, and there should be tears of love.
Right.
Tears of ecstasy and love coming out of your face, and he just kisses them away.
Maybe I should be a lesbian.
I'm thinking about when I was with my ex-girlfriend.
Sorry, Mom and Dad. Oh.
Our candle just blew out.
No, it's not. It's still lit, but it was going out. What is that a
was
sign of?
I don't know. We're gonna have to look that up. So to all my
Ex-girlfriends.
spiritual ladies out there, we just literally had our candles smoke out of nowhere.
It's kind of interesting.
If you're Mexican, we're into this kind of shit.
Yeah, for real. Latin in general. Latin girls in general.
Yeah, we're like, okay, the whole brujeria.
Yeah, there's a
stuff,
wall.
anything.
I mean, there's always we all have
Right.
our like I said, with loyalty comes honesty. So.
I love the fact that you even said you've wanted to cry. Because honestly,
I fought back my tears. I was like, no.
Everyone I've ever talked to thinks I'm crazy.
No.
They're like, fairy tales don't exist. Love don't exist. And honestly, like, I've literally had guys be so nice to me, so loving and passionate in bed, where I've literally had tears coming down my eyes. Because it's been so long that anyone ever treated me in such a fucking magical,
Which is sad because I feel like you're so
moment.
beautiful and you should get treated the way you wanted at every single moment, every encounter.
But we feel that about everybody in our life. But there's not many men that know how to create that.
They need to watch The Notebook or some shit.
And that's my favorite movie. Hey,
There it
Notebook
is.
plug.
Yeah.
Notebook.
They need to watch that.
We need a little cut in the money for this movie. That's what they do.
Love
I
and
love
basketball.
that because what I've obviously learned, because I mean, you know, I had an ex-drug problem and I had to go through a whole 12-step program, which had to do with everything about discarding every mask we've ever worn our whole life and being authentic.
Mm-hmm.
And after that, I said my ex-girlfriend was the first time that I ever cried during an orgasm. And it wasn't a cry of like sadness. It was a cry of, I let
Connection.
this person, like I let her like literally like melt into my heart and soul. And like she touched this area of my heart that honestly I didn't even think was blocked. And I literally was like, wow. Mm-hmm. And I cried because I never felt so loved.
That's
and since then, I've
beautiful.
had more experiences, of course, with other people.
Question.
Oh, go.
Are all Latin women open-minded in bedroom experience?
No. The fuck? I mean, I'm Puerto Rican, by the way. Shout out to the...
Jasmine, are we doing close-ups? Come on. Yeah. What are we on right now?
She's stretching.
We're trying to get out of... Come on. What the heck, Jasmine?
Jasmine's
We're like
not...
laughing, like going an out shot for that moment. Come
Jasmine, get your
on.
shit together, okay? Just because she's busy being hot doesn't mean she can't get her
She's
shit
over there,
together.
like not even paying attention to my show. I don't know if you want to give it to her. Maybe I think she's paying attention to us. Well, she's paying attention. Just press the button whenever you think like outshot when we're laughing, and then her and her.
What was the question?
Yeah.
I just
All
forgot.
Latin women open-minded?
No. She's Mexican. I'm Puerto Rican. I have friends that are of different nationalities of Latin races because there's a whole variety, by the way. Let's not be ignorant. There's Venezuelan,
and
Colombian.
I feel like Puerto Ricans and Cubans are way more feisty.
Yeah.
Like way more feisty.
Yes.
And I feel like Mexicans are more like, I'm just gonna shoot you.
And we're going to stab you. I want to watch you die slow. Just kidding.
Slowly.
No, but we're known for shanking, and you guys are known for shooting. No,
I don't
they're
know.
not.
Wait, hold on.
I think you can't generalize the nationality.
Wait, hold on that. Hold on. To my audience out here, the 4 people in the room, has anyone ever shanked a guy?
Shank or shave?
No, shanked, like,
Like, literally shake?
Yeah. I have to.
That's like
We're just talking about people's tempers. Go closer to me. I can't say a story. It's not my story to tell. But I just think, okay, so we're just going to go into the fact of men and women. But I mean, I can also go there too. Like, no lie. So, no lie, I'm Mexican. And I'm 1/4 Apache Indian. So, like, what? I'm 1/4 not Mexican. And Apache Indians, I think they're more into stabbing people, right? Aren't Indians? Or bow and arrows, and like knives, because I don't even think they had guns back in the day. So maybe it's like part of my heritage, but I think, and I don't, in my early 20s of my marriage, like, you know, we had some dramatic moments. Might want to incriminate myself, but I don't know, it's interesting. I always think too, like, it's interesting because I feel like it's, and not in a way to be racist, but it's really interesting. I feel like as a Latina or Native American, like, we go straight into like, I'm gonna burn you, I'm gonna cut you, like, I'm gonna stab you or shoot you. And then we have like white people that are like, hey, I'm gonna like take me and the kids and we're gonna jump off of the bridge, right? And then drown ourselves. Right? I feel like every nationality is a little different, like how they handle things. And then I don't think maybe Asians are like, you had one too many kids, we're gonna kill everybody. Like, right? It's like every nationality, it feels like so different, like how they handle. I think it's actually it's statistical facts that whatever country you were brought up in, the city you were brought up in, the bureau, west side, north side, south side, east side, you know, your family you're brought up in, the religion will all teach you how you relate to a situation. Because you could have me over here in Los Angeles, right? And I could be from like Beverly Hills, raised and have a situation happen. I'd be like, oh my God, I'm gonna call the cops. You know, I'm gonna have you arrested, boom. And then you could have me over in like East LA, right? And you handle something, I'm like, oh no, we're gonna pull up on you, bro. Like, you got me fucked up. So every situation is so different. Okay, so let's go back to the subject. So the top 3 needs from your man. Mm-hmm. So number 1 was romance. Mm-hmm. Number 2 was loyalty. Mm-hmm. 3 is?
Sexual, like, deep connection. It's not about just
making love.
Yeah.
Making love.
Yeah. Like, truly understanding each other
Making love.
and what we both need out of something.
So making love, I love that word, period, because I've done it, and I feel some people haven't done it. How do you know when you're making love to somebody?
When you're holding hands. I'm just kidding. No, but when you're literally just, it's like a soul-to-soul connection where it's not just the act of sex. It becomes deeper than that. It becomes an actual chemistry of passion and romance and just taking your time and like communicating without words. That's the biggest deal to me. Communication without saying anything. Looking at each other and you just know. Just know. Just know what's going on. You get each other and you just want to make sure that both parties are in it for different reasons and they're getting what they want out of what they came in for.
Right.
Not just one side, you know?
I love this.
No? Yeah.
Okay, so time's up, yes or no?
Yeah.
Okay, so time's up. And
Thank you.
we've just touched the surface of where we're about to go. We're about to go into the top 3 needs of a woman sexually. Okay, that conversation is going to be taken over to my private Patreon, which you can join right now. The link is right here. I'm not sure how it looks on the
There.
screen. It's right there. And we're going to take this into our after hours where we're going to finish our tequila shots and our drinks. And we're going to get really into the nitty gritty of everything you have to absolutely hear. So join my Patreon for our after hours. And let's thank Tanya Maria. Can you please plug in your social media?
Sure. Tanya Maria Glow. It's TANIA Maria and then Glow. But it's a makeup page, so follow
No.
her for questions.
So Tanya Maria has been a long-term makeup artist, and
No.
she has catered to every big name Hollywood person. She's being so humble.
Let's just go.
So we
After hours.
we are soon going to be offering a workshop
Oh, yeah.
that's going to be allowing you men. You can You can
Gift
bring
your
your woman, gift your woman a gift to our seminar where we're going to be doing an Unleash Your Sexy makeover. She'll be doing the makeup. We have
best
Valerie
friend's doing my
Vanessa,
hair, yes.
who will be doing the hair,
Yes.
and I'm going to be here teaching women how to be sexier in bed for you guys. So stay tuned. We have a huge seminar that's about to be popping. It's about to for 2020 Valentine's Day. Get your girl ready for sexiness.